Welcome everybody to the HolloTalk podcast. This is Jeff Hacknick, and I'm here with a very special guest today, Nat from Nat's Lounge. Say what's up to the people.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm cool. I got you on the podcast, so we good to go. Yeah, we good to
Yes.
go. All right, so let's get right to it. So for the people who don't know who you are, can you let them know who you are, what you're about, and what you do?
Of course. So my name is Net. I am a Danish girl, very passionate about music. I've always been. And yeah, I run the music blog, Net's Lounge, that I am very passionate about and spent so much time on actually. So that's pretty much it.
No, hey, listen. Anybody that talks about music have a special place in my heart because it's it's interesting, like seeing the landscape of like music media right now, and it's a lot of
Mhm.
people who are in music media who don't know what they talking about. So
Mm,
when I see somebody that knows what they're talking about and has great taste in music and why certain music is good music, I
mhm.
like to shed light on them, which is why I asked you to come on the How Talk podcast today. So,
Well,
shouts out to
I'm
you.
very honored to be here. Thank
For
you.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you. And obviously you have great music taste as well. So
Thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate
I love that.
that. Yeah,
Even
you got to let the people know. You know, they be acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm
it's,
talking about.
you know what? You know what, guys? We're actually sitting here with West Side Gun's biggest fan. Okay, and besides that, he's a rapper himself. A very good one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime in the
Mm-hmm.
'90s and Gina views. Go stream that,
Mhm.
please and thank you.
Yep.
Jetpack
Yep.
back.
Yep. 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 And I'm gonna shout out your stuff as well.
No, I appreciate that for sure. So let's talk about Nat's Lounge. So how did that even
Mhm.
get started? And like, what was your how do I want to say, like your feeling for wanting to talk about music?
So, as I said, I've been passionate about it for so many years of my life, ever since
Hmm.
I was like 11 or something. But I did and do still live in a country, and like I have a friend group who's not that tapped in with the stuff that I like. And for years of my life, it was something that I hid because I just didn't want to really stand out. Like felt like people over here wasn't really tapped in and stuff.
Hmm.
But last year I did a semester in London, and it truly, because I met so many new different people, it truly made me realize who I am and what I really like and what I'm really passionate about, because I met so many people who was just like unapologetically themselves, and
Hmm.
a lot of creative people and stuff. So while I was there, it's actually a year ago in October 24. I remember it was right after Chromacopia came out. That truly
Mm.
like did something to me. I was like, yeah, I need to just build a platform, mostly for my own sake, so I could just like shit post, like just post a lot of stuff. And for a lot of months, actually until like August this year, it was only my brother who was liking
Mm.
my stuff, and like he's the most loyal liker ever.
Shouts out to
um,
bro.
yep, yep. Um, Shout out Nicholas.
See,
Yep. Hmm.
me
Hmm.
and my man.
You see everyone named Nicholas, they just great people.
Hmm.
but but it wasn't until August this year that I actually joined like a music blog group chat.
Mm.
Shout out Mal's Interlude, because she started that group chat, and the people in there really inspired me to make talking videos where I was talking about the stuff that I'm passionate about. And that's when stuff really started to like pop off. And yeah, I have 1,000 followers now. I just got that like yesterday, so I'm very, very excited about that. And
Congratulations on the 1K.
uh, thank you. And I'm very, very yeah, honored and grateful to all my 1,000 followers. That's so
For
insane.
sure.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Okay, all right. So, what kind of music do you like the most?
I mean, I okay. So the thing is, I keep saying my my blog is about rap, R&B, and jazz, and sometimes like Afrobeat house and dancehall as well. But
Hmm.
I just keep finding myself talking about rap all the time. So definitely rap. I cannot deny it. Like it's yeah, my favorite genre.
All
hmm
right. No, so it's interesting because I don't typically talk to too many people like that's international about music. So
hmm
like you're actually the first person that's international that I've had on the podcast. So shouts out to you for that, and shouts out to
I'm
me, I guess,
representing
for a
Europe.
milestone. Yeah, I
hmm
made it to Europe. Yeah.
Yay! And I made it to America finally.
Yeah, so it's interesting to like get the different perspective as to like how hip hop has impacted people that's not from the United States, because hip hop is a United States genre, but
hmm
it's very international now. So it's just
hmm
interesting to see like why do you like hip hop, or what about hip hop do you like specifically, because it's like I said, it's not like it's not home to anybody other than the United States. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do you like interpret the culture? How do you like relate to the music or the different types of hip hop that comes from the different regions, the West Coast hip hop, East Coast hip hop, Southern hip hop,
hmm
Midwest, so on and so forth. So like
hmm
those things are interesting, and I'm curious to know like the answer to some of those questions that I had.
So I've actually been thinking about this so many times. Why do I like hip hop? Like, why am I so passionate about it? Because I was born in well, I was born in Spain, but I'm very much from Denmark, and I have nothing to do with hip hop culture in New York and whatever. But I think when I started listening to it, back when I was 11, I think it kind of shocked me at first, and I was like, "Oh, what is this stuff?" Like, some of the first songs I listened to was A$AP Rocky's stuff, like some of his very, very old
Mhm.
stuff, and the Live Love A$AP stuff and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and then I was kind of drawn to it because it was kind of yeah, because it shook me to my core. So that's like why at first I listened to it and was just drawn to it for some reason. But then throughout, my teenage years and like my early adult years, music has definitely been there for me, and I feel like a lot
Mhm.
of well, as I mentioned to you earlier, Tyler the Creator is definitely my favorite and has
That's
been
what
for
Tyler.
yeah, shout out Tyler. Since I was like 11, is because he has made songs about a lot of stuff that I could relate to, which
Mhm.
is crazy because that man is from LA, and yeah, our worlds do not collide. But so that's like why I kept listening to it, and there's so many songs that are generally like in my heart because I could relate, even though
For sure.
it's two different worlds. Yeah, but it's definitely different from what I see in my everyday life, and but somehow just very, very drawn to it.
No, I got you. So I do want to talk about that point that you made. So I feel like music is a universal language. Like it's
Mhm,
plenty of songs or artists that people listen to on a regular basis, and they might not necessarily speak the language or experience the same things that those artists might experience in their everyday life, but the
mhm,
human experience is universal as well. So like something that you might go through like emotionally or whatever, I might be going through the same thing. Now, like I said, we might not see the same things because we're in two different places, but the experience
mhm.
of being a human being is
Yeah,
one
yeah,
and the same, like generally speaking. So I think in that capacity, it's understandable why like people in different places can relate to certain types of music or music that is relatable to the human experience. So
yeah,
that makes a lot
yeah.
of sense for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually also think, not that anyone has ever called me this in my family, but I kind of always felt like the black sheep. So, for
Me
some
too.
reason, just because I was just okay, so you get it, like
Yes.
just a bit more outspoken and just a bit different, and had like my own opinion about things and stuff. And maybe I've also wondered, like, maybe that's why I'm drawn to this genre of rap, because not saying that rappers are like black sheep or something, but because it's just like that urge of like that attitude of like, I don't give a fuck, and
Mhm.
this is how I am, and yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, but as you said, like the human experience, even though if you're like a Danish girl from Copenhagen, or or a
Yeah.
rapper growing up in Harlem, like, you can definitely recognize some of the same feelings and resonate with it.
Yeah. No, like I said,
Mm.
everybody like feels the same things like at some point or at
Yeah,
some
yeah,
like juncture in their life. Like everybody experiences love or heartbreak or anger or happiness, joy, so on and so
mm,
forth. Like, so every song that's made like has some of those feelings in it. So,
yeah,
everybody has their go-to heartbreak song. Like, oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah,
oh, she broke up
yeah,
with me. Let me go listen
yeah.
to this new Usher record, or let me go listen to whatever. I don't know. Like,
Well,
so
have you heard
yeah.
Both Sides of a Smile by Dave, the UK rapper Dave? Trust
No,
me,
I have
if
not.
okay, but if you ever go through a heartbreak, that song will make you cry 10 times harder than you were already crying. But wow, yeah, just a tip out there. But I hope you will never have to use it.
No, yeah, no, real talk. I thank you. I appreciate
Mm,
that.
you're welcome.
No, yeah, but like, like even for me, like hip hop is like I can't even begin to explain like the impact that hip hop and music generally, but specifically hip hop has had on my life. Like I tend to tell people that I've probably learned more about life through hip hop music than I ever did like in school or like any
Mm,
learning institution or anything. Like just
yeah,
listening to people put their experiences on a track and just be raw with whatever, or be clever or creative, or like whatever the thing is, it's really interesting to me of how much I've learned from those people, and
yeah,
how much it's impacted me, like just in life, like emotionally, and the way I go about just living life, the way I dress, the way I talk, the way
yeah.
I move, the types of things I'm
Hmm.
interested in, or the things I was already interested in, making me like the people that I like because they're interested in the same things or talking about those things.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah, yeah,
it's so cool, like for me
yeah.
especially, but I'm sure everybody else too.
Yeah, I'm also I feel the same way. I feel like especially when it comes to like my opinions about things, and because I used to and still do listen to a lot of conscious rap, and that's also what I started listening to besides ASAP, like Mick Jenkins and stuff,
Hmm.
like, ooh, back in the day, like
Okay.
2012, I was just like learning about a lot of stuff going on in America that
Hmm.
no one taught me in school, and I
Right.
was like, what? And just like my entire perspective on, yeah, well, politics and life and everything, I can truly thank rap for making me like politically aware as well. So it's crazy because I don't like to say that the music has made me cool or whatever, because obviously I was cool in the beginning for me to
Right,
even be
right, right.
drawn to it. but but yeah, it's definitely helped. Trust me. Trust me. So yeah, I can definitely thank music for a lot of things as well.
Yeah, and two, like another question I had too is like, why is hip hop so big internationally? Because I hear a lot of rappers talk, like when they talk about touring and things like that, they'd be like, yeah, like in the United States, like we don't really like tour that well or make a lot of money there, but we make a lot of our money and a lot of our real hardcore fans are overseas. So like,
Hmm.
what, like why is that such of a difference?
I think, well, first of all, for example, Tyler,
Hmm.
I I don't live in LA. I won't be able to just like see him on the
Right.
street, or just like go to a random pop up concert that he might do or something. So when people from overseas, as most of the big artists are, they're from overseas,
Mhm.
when they actually come to Europe, that's when we're gonna splurge because we don't know where we're gonna see them again, you know?
God.
And I think also like for a lot of people growing up in Europe, I think everything American is kind of like, is this even real? Or like maybe, well, definitely as like children, putting every every American person or anything
Mhm.
American up on like sort of like a pedestal because we've
Mhm.
just seen it like on our TVs or like or YouTube and stuff. So I think that's also why we're kind of like, wow, this American person is coming here. Like we need to go to the concert and spend
Mhm.
this amount of money and buy all the merch and stuff, you know. So I think that's why definitely.
See,
Hmm.
it's so that's actually interesting because, like, we got social media now. Like, back
Yeah.
then before social media, like that would seem like exactly what it is because you don't have access to any of these people. Like, you can't go
Hmm.
on your Instagram or your Twitter and just look up somebody or
Exactly.
whatever. But it's
Hmm.
interesting that, like, even now with social media and everything, that's still like the thing, being like overseas, like that's the way that most people overseas view America. Like, oh my god, like this is
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I remember when Twitter started becoming like a thing, or
Hmm.
like for me, at least when I was like 13 or 14, I think. And I remember telling my mom, "Oh my God, my favorite rapper just replied to me." I think it was Issa Gold from the Underachievers. I was
Hmm.
so hyped about that. And then my mom, she was like, "But doesn't that kind of ruin like the illusion?" Just the fact
Hmm.
that like these famous people, like they can just reply to you now, that totally ruins the illusion. And I've actually thought about her saying that so many times afterwards, even though this was, over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, I truly don't think so. Like, I really don't think so. Even though I still follow Tyler or something on Instagram, like, he's still this, like, a person to me because,
Right.
yeah. So for me, it doesn't really change anything, but you're right. Like, it might have changed something for other people, but people are still going to the concerts, you know. Crumbacopia tour was sold out in Denmark, and it was like the biggest arena we had that we
Oh,
have here in Denmark, and I was in shock. I thought I was the only Tyler the Creator fan over here.
oh no, no. I went to, I think I might have been the only one Tyler the Creator concert, and when I tell you, I was in the middle, so like it was like a field. I was in the middle of the field, and probably before he even came out, maybe like 15 minutes before he came out, you looked around, it was like space, around you. Not 30 seconds after that,
Yeah,
you was in the middle of the field like this, like a sardine in a can.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what I immediately did was I knew it was coming because I'm a concert goer. So I knew it was
Mhm.
coming. So I immediately scooted my way out of the middle of the pack and went all the way to the back where I could like have some space to move around and
Yeah,
see and everything.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's the last place you want to be, is in
yeah,
the middle of a field with I'm gonna just say 100,000 people. I don't even know how many people it
yeah,
was, but
yeah.
that's what it felt
But
like.
what? But where was this? Like, was this at
I want to say this was at Made in America.
okay,
Yeah, I think this was one of the biggest festivals.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, and then I want to say this might have been the same day that Bad Bunny was out there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it
Hey.
was a million people outside basically.
God damn. God damn.
Yeah, but I knew it from the start though. It's like this was right before he came on. I saw all them people crowd up, and I happened to be in the middle, and I was like, nope, this ain't gonna work for me.
Mm-mm.
Let me go ahead and
Not
get
gonna do
it
this.
back.
Yeah. But you know, for Tyler, I would not mind it. Trust me, I would not mind it.
No, yeah, I know.
I
I still enjoyed myself without question, but I
yeah.
enjoyed myself where I could move a little bit because where I was at,
I hear that.
there wasn't no
I hear that.
moving. You would have had to
Mm-mm.
elbow somebody in the head,
Mm.
something like that, to get them up off you because you were stuck if you stayed in the
But
middle.
Okay, but you know what I did? I actually splurged when I went to Tyler. I bought golden circle tickets,
Okay.
so I was like, it was not crowded at all, and I was so close to that container. You know, with the cornucopia, you had the
Mhm.
green container.
Yeah.
I was enjoying myself. God damn, not crowded at all actually up there. So yeah, that was great. Until oh, then they started doing the mosh pits.
Yeah,
That was.
no. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm,
I'm not
mhm.
getting nobody mosh pit. That ain't happening. That
I
is
mean,
not happening.
well, okay, so like in theory, in theory, I'm not a fan of mosh pits, but
Mm-mm.
if there's a crazy song playing and you might, get in the vibes, I might just jump around a little bit. Just,
Yeah, I'm not
still
getting
stay
in
in the
the
outskirts
middle.
of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not getting in the
Oh no, not in the
middle of
middle.
it. I might be in
No,
the
that's crazy.
outskirts too, but
Yeah,
getting in
yeah.
the middle of it, no.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
nah.
That's not
Mm-mm-mm.
gonna happen at all.
No, 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 no.
So like what was the best concert you've been to? Was it the Tyler concert?
Yep, yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because this has been on my bucket list for wow. I sound like such a fangirl, but whatever. This
Hey,
has definitely
it's
been
nothing wrong with being a fan of people you like. It's nothing wrong with that.
but but I actually don't like the word fan because I heard somewhere that it comes from the word fanatic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like to see myself as a supporter. So
Okay, all right, okay, all right. It's nothing wrong
I'm
with
a
being a
supporter
supporter
girl.
of the people that you
Hmm.
like.
Not a fangirl, supporter. but but yeah, definitely Tyler because that has been on my bucket list for so many years. So
Mhm.
yeah, I remember like every time he would actually come to Denmark, but I would have been like too young or too broke or something. I would just not go on social media
Mhm.
for 5 days because it genuinely hurt me. So yeah, I was happy to finally go.
I got well, congratulations on going. Was that the only Tyler concert that you've been to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, ever. Yeah.
Okay, so I got one Tyler concert, you got one Tyler concert. Got it. All right.
Yep, yep,
We
yep,
good.
yep.
We
Yeah.
good. But you
Yeah, I
you
would have been
do.
mad if you went to more.
Yeah, exactly. But one that you do got over me is you got to see West Side Gun in concert, and I have not yet up to this point.
Your favorite rapper.
Exactly. Wes, I need some
But
tickets, man.
yeah, yeah, really. Listen, West Side God, if you're seeing this, you need to like. This is your biggest fan. Wait, no, not fan, supporter. This is your
Supporter.
biggest supporter.
Supporter.
Mhm, mhm. But you know what? You're going to the Hills Have Eyes event, and I'm not mad about that because I'm happy for you. But
Yeah, appreciate
I
that.
really, I really, really, really want to go. So, oh, I'm looking forward to you like posting some content or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope so.
Maybe I'll meet him or something. Who knows?
I mean, you probably will.
Yeah, you gotta speak it
I've,
into existence. Wes, I'm gonna
yeah,
be there, man.
definitely.
I'm gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let your
No,
boy,
it was.
Jetpack Nick.
I mean, this is a great interview. This is not even like an interviewer, but you're just
Exactly.
a great person to have a conversation with.
Thank
So,
you.
where's that gun? I think you should have a conversation with this guy.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to get on the record too. I'm throwing it all out there right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, might as well. As you said, speak it into existence, you know?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm,
We got a
mm-hmm.
platform where, we can talk our talk and, give praise to people who we feel deserve it and, shed light on people who deserve it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm shedding light on you. I'm shedding light on my favorite rapper in the world, West Side Gun. I'm shedding light on myself. Like, let's
Mm-hmm,
do
mm-hmm.
it.
Three great people.
Exactly. But yes,
Yeah.
so I am going to Hills Have Eyes. And maybe I'm underestimating like how dope this event is gonna be because like I'm not there yet, so like I can't visualize quite just yet.
Oh, it's gonna be so dope. So dope.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to like
So it's gonna
prepare my
be
brain. Yeah, I'm trying to prepare my brain for it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
listening to you
Well,
though. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It was because the connection was kind of yeah. But but you know what? I think that you're gonna have the time of your life, and this is literally in what 2 weeks? Less than two
Yeah,
weeks.
less than 2 weeks. Yeah.
So you better start like getting excited now. It's gonna be great, and I'm definitely not jealous.
Nah, nah, it's no reason to be jealous at all.
No,
Like I said,
I'm happy for
you
you. I'm
got to
happy for
see
you.
you got to see us before me, so you got that
That is
experience
true.
of seeing them and being around the whole ambiance. And I like I said,
Yeah.
I've never seen him in concert, but
Which is
it's
crazy though, because you're
yeah.
from,
Yeah, yeah,
East
I'm
Coast.
here. I'm over here, so
Yeah,
it's just one of them
yeah.
things where it's like, bro, like how have I not seen you yet? But
What's
you
your
know,
excuse?
I'm I don't know actually. I really don't know, to be honest with you. And like
Hmm.
I said, I go to concerts. I go to
Yeah,
concerts. So
yeah.
it's a thing where like, bro, I should have been saw you in concert for sure. But it's just one of them things. Like I'm in the process of seeing a lot of people who are my favorite artists, and I've seen a lot of my favorite artists uh, at this point. So Wes is probably one of the few that I haven't seen in concert.
Mm,
So I'm
mm,
excited to check that off the list and be like, yo, I seen Wes in person, and then I
yeah.
might, like I said, I might have a story for you and be like, yo, I met him, Like we
Or
about to get on the phone together. We about to do the
eh,
pod together. Like,
that, yeah. And then the next time I go on Instagram, I'll see that it's sorry, not Instagram, the podcast of you and West Side Gun. Yep, I'm looking forward to it because speaking it into existence.
yeah. But staying on
Mm,
that topic though, so on your page, you do a lot of content about Griselda.
hmm. Yeah,
Like,
I cannot.
how, how did you come about discovering them and West Side and Conway, Benny, Conductor?
So it was actually one of my friends from London that put me on to West. So West was the first person that I got introduced to, and in the
Hmm.
beginning I was like, I liked a few songs. Why Do 'Em Like That was the first song that I listened to. So yeah, I listened
Actually,
to a few
I
songs.
freestyled on that beat actually before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Oh, I think
yeah.
you should send me that. I think
I,
you should send me
I
that.
got you. I'm gonna send
Mhm.
you all the
Mhm.
music once we get off of
Mhm.
here
Maybe
for
I'll.
sure.
Yep. Yep. I would definitely post you.
But go ahead. I didn't
But
mean to cut you off.
yeah, so I listened to Why I Do 'Em Like That first and a few other songs, but I wasn't quite ready for his entire discography yet. Do you know what I mean? Like I was a
I
bit.
got you.
Then I heard a few songs here and there. I was like, no, I'm not ready for this yet. Like I could feel that at some point I would like my music taste would have like evolved enough for me to be ready. And then one day I was finally ready. I was like, yeah, I love this shit. So, and then my friend told me that he was playing in London. This was
Hmm.
in February, I think. We saw it on social media, and I was like,
Hmm.
hey, we're gonna go.
Oh, we're going.
We are going to go. Yeah, and I don't live in London. I'm from Denmark, so I flew out for that concert, but
Wow.
it was worth it. Also because it wasn't just West Side Gun. Like he was playing at the Jazz Cafe Festival,
Hmm.
but Benny was playing as well, and I was really getting into Benny at that point as well. So I was just so happy to see both of them. And yeah, then 2 days after that, Benny was playing in Copenhagen, and
Oh
I
wow.
just landed. Yeah, I just came back home. So I live in Copenhagen. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this again. Let's see Benny again. Especially because the first concert was so crowded because yeah, there was a lot of people showing
Hmm.
up for him. So I needed to see him again where I was not like being pushed
Right.
up against the wall and not being able to breathe. So yeah, it's been a Griselda summer for me.
Okay. All right. No,
Hmm.
yeah. Like
Hmm.
I said, I'm one of the biggest Griselda supporters in
The
the world.
supporters. Yeah.
I almost said
Hmm.
fan. I almost said it, but
Yeah, yeah.
supporters.
Hmm.
One of the biggest
Yeah.
Griselda supporters in the world. So
Hmm.
when I had came across your page and I saw like you was talking a lot about them and and seeing that like you had Conway, not Conway, Conductor and Benny following you, and I was like, this is interesting. This is very very interesting. And she knows
Yeah.
what she's talking about with music. I need to get her on the HolloTalk podcast, and I wrote you wrote me right back and was like, "Yes, let's do this."
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
all right, cool, let's do it."
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
what we like talked about in the DMs was like we might just end up talking about music the entire time, like in Griselda and
yeah.
stuff, and that's exactly what we're doing, which is a pleasant conversation to have. Because I love to talk. Obviously, I love to talk about them. That's what I do. 90% of the time, I cannot shut up. So, yeah, this is a pleasant conversation.
Nah, yeah, and I was always interested too. Like, so I've only really seen this from a couple of different like groups or a couple of different artists. Like Wu Tang probably being like the best example of what I'm where I'm going, but Griselda
Mhm.
is like the next Wu Tang in terms of the love that they get internationally is
Mhm.
insane. Like it's
Mhm.
ridiculous. And
Mhm.
I like I said, I'm not overseas, so I don't know like why those
Mhm.
particular groups or like those particular artists get the type of fanfare that they do overseas. Can you
Mhm.
help me like understand why that is?
See, I cannot speak for everyone, especially because I don't know that many Danish people that listen to Griselda. I do know a lot of London people though, but I've never really asked them like, why do you like these people? I just saw them like, oh, you're from this shit, me
Right,
too.
right,
but
right.
but but I think, well, as we spoke about before, like the idolization of people from America and people being
Mhm,
from completely different environments than yourself. Maybe there's something going, like, because of that. But I think for my sake, it's definitely because, yeah, they mix the gritty stuff with the beautiful, like the gritty lyrics and the ad libs,
mhm.
the with the with the with the most heavily beats. And
Mhm,
I haven't seen anyone do that in. I listen to a lot of UK rap as well, and I love
mhm.
it, but I haven't seen that in UK rap or Danish rap or any other European rap. So that's definitely why I'm drawn to it. And yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so for me too, like I was always for the most part I was always like a lyrics over the music person. Like I
Okay.
always thought like the lyrics were more important than the music
I
until
feel like
I
there's
like go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people like that has that opinion. But yeah, go on.
No, yeah, but then I thought about it for a second, like just like in historical context of like what songs last the longest, like which ones are deemed classic and why are they classic? And
Mhm.
it was always the same underlying factor, which was the music was phenomenal. Like it was either
Yeah.
something that like that sounded like you said, like very beautiful, or and it was just something that you could just like oh like kitchen lights or something like that. For instance, like you're gonna
Don't
cry
get me
listening to
started.
kitchen lights. You're gonna
Yeah.
cry
Oh
listening to
yes.
kitchen lights, and they're just talking about selling cocaine. Like that's
But that's what I love about not the selling cocaine part, but the fact that like it doesn't make sense to me. But that's why I love, because you're just so confused. You're like, what the flip, you know? But yeah,
yeah.
go on. Sorry.
No, no, you good. But yeah, like any song that you can think of, like that's a classic. The music is phenomenal in whatever way
Mhm.
that it is. Like it might be something that you can dance to, or it might just
Yeah.
be something that just get you in a little bit of a groove or something like that when you hear it.
Yeah.
Or it can be
Yeah.
something like we talking about with Kitchen Lights or any Griselda joints. Like they're just beautiful records, like with great
Mhm.
samples and the whole nine. The music is always the constant. Great music has
Yeah.
always been the
Mhm.
constant. And even with great music, a lot of sometimes it might be records where people ain't even really saying nothing, or they might like be saying something, but it ain't as good as somebody else saying something just on a not so good beat. But if they said it on this beat, you'll be like, oh, this is one of the best songs of all time. And then once I realized that, I was like, yes, the music is more important for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I've always had this opinion, but I was so scared of like saying it out loud because I felt like I was just like not deep or like a fake music fan or something. But like generally, when you listen to a song, I feel like 90% of people are gonna say it's, oh, this is hard because of the
Mhm,
beat. You know, that
mhm,
that's why that's like what you're rocking your head to and stuff. So I've never really understood, like, you know, and that's also why I try to give producers their flowers as well.
mhm.
I Yeah, I've made about I actually just started a new series called The Man Behind the Melodies, and Conductor
Okay.
Williams being the first person I spoke about, because I
Alright.
think I've never really understood why we never know the producer. Like, you know, so that's why I'm trying to put a light on, because I think it's insane how they can just craft these beautiful beats, melodies. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's insane. I think it's so, yeah, I admire it so much. So that's what I'm definitely trying to put a light on.
Yeah, and and to even like just talk about it even further, like you think of somebody like The Alchemist,
Yeah.
specifically like with this year or like the last few years for him specifically, like he was already a legend in hip hop prior to this run that he just went on. But this run that he just went on, and he's doing it with different artists too. It's not just like, oh, I'm partnering up with one guy and
Hmm.
we're just gonna make whatever. Like he's working with everyone. And
Yeah.
when he worked with these people, the music is fucking phenomenal every
It's
time
insane.
with each person too. Like it's
Yep.
not like I can only work with this guy or I can only work with this sound. Like that is
Mm-mm.
not the case with that guy.
Mm-mm.
And he
Mm-mm.
is killing the game and is probably even more of a legend now than he was prior to this run that he went on. And even then, that run before this was legendary. So, yeah, producers need to get their credit for certain, especially
Yeah.
somebody like The Alchemist. Shouts out to
Yeah.
Al.
And yeah, shout out to Alchemist because he's insane as well. But and I feel like I love the fact that see, I'm a Spotify warrior. So when I go on Spotify, I love the fact that like the Alchemist, like he has a whole album. So like
Hmm.
he's the, how do you even say this? Like, you know, you can see, okay, this is the Alchemist album, and then there's
Hmm.
features on each
Yeah,
song, you
like
know,
so.
like
Yeah,
the
he's
Alchemist
the
Symphony,
artist.
and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Whereas most times with 90% of every song, you have to go in and push the button like, oh, find
Hmm.
the creators of this song to see the
Yeah.
producer's name. So I really think that more producers should do that. I know Conductor has done that a lot of times as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think it's great that they get their flowers as well.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
so I have to give a shout out to my guy Mark. So he's
Mhm.
the one that introduced me to your content. Shouts out to Mark.
Mhm.
Appreciate you, my boy. But like
Shout out,
even
Mark.
him,
Thank you.
yeah, for sure. So like even him, like whenever I do songs, for whatever reason, which is I gotta shout my boy out. But even if the lyrics don't even go with whatever, I find a way to shout him out on the record,
That's good.
especially if he
That's
made the
good.
beat, because I'm
Yep.
like, no, people gotta know, bro. Like people gotta know that like this you,
Mhm.
because he's like me in a way. Like I'm quick to tell you I'm not a rapper, even though I know I can rap well. And when them headphones
Yeah.
go on and that microphone's in front of me, I'm the best to ever do it, better than whoever you
Mhm.
like. It is what it is. But he's the
Better than
same
West.
way. No, I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, I ain't saying it, but fuck, no, I'm the best ever. Like, it's like that's
But that's the attitude to have, honestly.
no, but Mark is the same way. Like he will not like he will not tell you, oh, I'm a producer. I make beats, and then he'll go in a room and make 5 beats. It's like I'm like, bro, you
Crazy.
tell people
Yeah.
you this what you do. So
Yeah.
the fact that he won't do it, like I'm the mouthpiece, I guess. So I have to be like, "Hey, Mark, this beat is ill." Like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
that's that's what I'll say on the record. It's like, "Hey, Mark, this
Oh,
beat is
that's
ill, bro."
okay.
So
Okay. Do you start off with that?
no, no. So like it'll happen like just throughout the lyrics, or like, or I might like just make a reference to him specifically about,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah.
just letting people know, like, don't forget Mark.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
but
my
I
guy.
really like that. Yeah, I recently made a video about Scorcho. He's a UK
Mhm,
artist, and when I was because I was also in the video talking about his producer, shout out Machine Baby, because that beat was
mhm.
crazy. Listen to the song No More Parties, by the way, guys. But then when when I listened to the song, I also noticed he was shouting him out as well. He was like
Yeah.
some like MB made this crazy beat for me and stuff, and I don't know if I haven't noticed or what, but that was like the first time I heard that. Maybe I haven't noticed, but I really like that. So it's funny that you would mention it because I definitely feel like more people should do that.
No, yeah, for sure. Like it's just an important thing. Like a lot of, like you said, a lot of producers don't get their shine. Like it's crazy too, because at one point in time, like the producer was like they was like the star, like, like when you think of somebody like a Kanye or Timbaland or or
Mhm.
uh or DJ Premier or Pete Rock, and
Mhm.
like people like that, Jay Dilla, you know, like everybody knew, like, if you got one of those beats, you're out of here. It doesn't matter what you say on the record. You don't have to say
Yeah.
shit on the record. If you got
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
you're out of here. You're good.
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and now it's like not the same way, like, especially because it's so accessible to get beats from anywhere. Like, you don't have
Yeah.
to have, the beat from DJ Premier. You don't have to have the Timbaland beat. You don't have to have the
Mm-mm.
Pharrell beat. But those guys still are who they are. So when you do get those beats, or you do like get somebody like an Alchemist to work on your project, or a Hit Boy or somebody like that, you can
Mhm.
tell the difference between
Mhm.
not having them and having them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 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 Mhm.
and then like people who aren't as big as those guys that are just coming up, like Mark, for instance. That's why I'm shouting him out. Like, that's my, like, with like how Gangstar was with Guru and DJ Premier, or Pete Rock and CL
Mhm.
Smooth, or like something like that. Like, he's
Mhm.
he's my, like, that's my guy. Like, that's my
Yeah. Yeah.
producer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I always got to shout him out for sure, which is why I'm shouting him out now, along with him introducing me to you. So shouts out to Mark.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark. Yes, 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 yes. No, but I
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, yeah. I think, whoa, and another thing, producer tags.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's so like that can make a beat 10 times thicker actually if you know how to use it properly. And
Hmm.
I saw a conductor interview where he said something like, I don't remember specifically what he said, but something about people wouldn't remember his name or like say his name.
Hmm.
So the fact that he's like just spamming your ears now with
Yeah.
conductor, 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 that's like sort of like, oh, you don't remember my name? I'm gonna make you remember my name, you know? And
You right.
somehow it sounds so crazy good. So I definitely think more producers should, if they don't have a tag, definitely use it in some kind of way, you know?
Yeah, and actually, so can we give Conductor some flowers real quick? So
Oh, yes.
yeah, so with Conductor, right? Like, it's interesting because, like, he has one of the best tags, and the reason he has one of the best tags is because it's one that you hear regularly. Like,
Yeah.
if you get on the train or the subway, like, you hear Conductor,
Hmm.
closing the door, please. Like, you hear all these things, like, on a
Wait,
regular basis.
wait, I have a question. So
What's
when you
up?
go on the train in America, do you
Hmm.
actually hear the word conductor?
Yeah, so like, so what happens,
Okay.
that's what the sound is. The sound, like,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tag, that's
yeah, yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the
Um
not the conductor we have a problem, but the conductor. That
yeah,
one.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, so like, you'll hear that, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is familiar. Like
Mhm.
I know
Yeah.
what this sound is. I
Yeah.
know where this is from. Okay. All right, who's conductor? Oh, Conductor Williams. Okay, and then that's how you get
Yeah.
is marketing
Yeah.
101 is what I'm saying. Yeah.
See, I didn't even know this. I knew about the conductor. We have a problem. You know that
Yeah,
video on
yeah, yeah.
YouTube of that guy who was yeah, yeah. But I didn't know that when you actually get on a train over there, there's
Yeah,
some person saying conductor.
so
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 obviously it's not familiar to me, but
no, right. Well, actually, the crazy thing too is, and I had just learned this not too long ago. He actually was a train conductor.
yep, yep. And that's like that's why I said in my video I was like, no Kevin, here's rep, because that is so cool. But every single time people find out about that, they're like, whoa, that's pretty dope, you know? That
Yeah,
I genuinely find that so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, you was a train conductor, bro, and now you making these crazy beats. Like what? What's
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Well, he's a versatile dude, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But he also actually gave you your flowers too. Would you like to talk about that real quick?
I mean, it's really, really quick, you know. So I spoke about the Hills Have Eyes 2
Hmm.
West Side Gun album when it dropped, and I made sure to tag all the producers. So I just mentioned that Conductor did a sick job on Mandela, the song that he produced, and
Hmm.
yeah, he saw the video and he reposted me on his story saying like, "This is a great account. She's using her ears, being positive. Yeah, yeah." So I was really really happy about that, and yeah, I feel like he's a great dude because he actually noticed something that like no one haven't have told me that before. Like,
Right.
oh, you're actually listening to the music, and I really appreciate you being positive and like just talking about the music because I feel like there's also a lot of music blogs and just people on the internet care so much about drama and
Hmm.
this and that and focus on the
Yep.
negative things and I'd just rather pass on that. And yeah, he noticed that, so he seems like a very great dude. So yeah, yeah. But that's not why I made that video about Conductor
Hmm.
and like giving him his flowers. I was due to make that video because he is sick. Like he is
Yeah.
actually sick. Every single time I listen to one of his songs that he produced, like I'm just like, what the flip? And even though I could have been listening to this song like 50 times prior to that, but I would still be like, what the flip? What the actual flip? So yeah, shout out Conductor Williams. He's great. And if someone listening to this right now haven't heard him on a beat, you need to listen to him. Like you actually
Yep.
need to listen to him. Yeah.
Yeah, you goddamn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouts out the conductor. Like he is he's a superstar, and it's cool like to hear you like talk about that and to see that he actually reached out to you and gave you flowers for you know being true to the culture, being true to hip hop. Because like you said, and like I said earlier, like it's a lot of people who are in this thing that we call hip hop or hip hop media, specifically what we're talking about right now, and they just don't either know anything about what they're talking about, or they're
Mm,
talking about things that isn't about the music. Like, bro, I don't
yeah.
care about who is messing with who. Like, can you tell me about the album, bro? Like, I don't.
Yeah. 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 That's the thing. And yeah, I feel like people are very, very quick to I mean, let me not act like a saint. Like, of course, if I've heard some drama here that I might have, earlier on talked with some friends about
Yeah,
it or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
but it's not something that I shed a light on because I feel
Hmm.
like, but that's the thing with like separating the art from the artist. Actually, I would say you shouldn't because if someone's a really, really, really like a shitty person I wouldn't support their art, like if they're I don't know racist or homophobic, like
Right,
what I
right,
mean.
right.
But if it's like personal stuff, like I don't want to get into that stuff. Like I really enjoy the art that they're creating. I don't care about what else they be doing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right, no, that's a
Unless,
fact.
as I said, like being crazy.
No,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah.
that's interesting though, because like I have that conversation a lot, especially like when I talk about music or I talk to people who talk about music, and one of
Hmm.
those conversations that come up is, can you separate the art from the artist? Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you like as to like can you or like how do you if you do, but like for me like I'm kind of like on the fence, like
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the
Okay.
fence,
So,
yeah.
what's your opinion? Like, explain that to me.
like how do I want to say this? like I feel like I can separate the art from the artist, but I'm not naive to the fact that your art can be influenced by what you do or what you've done, so on and so forth. So
Hmm.
it's kind of tricky. It's like, all right, like for instance, like you could write a song about like let's just say like in the Griselda realm, like you could write a song about selling cocaine and never sold an ounce of cocaine in your life, like or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's just like you like it's almost like writing a movie. Like
Yeah.
the people that
Yeah.
write these movies for the
Painting a
most part,
picture.
like they don't live these lives that they write the movies
Hmm.
about. Like this is just a story that you want to tell out of your imagination or things that you're influenced by, so on and so forth. And that's fine. Like we get caught up a lot on authenticity in hip hop. Like it's one of those things where you don't really get that a lot in other music genres. And not
Yeah.
saying that like you could just be the fakest person in the world and whatever. Like some authenticity has to shine through because that's the root of the culture of hip hop. But there also should be a space for you to be able to just be a storyteller.
Yeah.
Like you can't forget the main element of music, which is telling a story, whatever that story may be. And yeah, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
But sorry, I just didn't say. I feel like it kind of depends on what kind of like subgenre within rap, because someone like Tyler, sorry to
Mm-hmm.
mention him again, but
Shouts out
like
to Tyler. We gotta get him on the podcast too.
shout out to you. But yeah, definitely. But like the whole Wolf trilogy, with Goblin, Bastard, and Wolf, like 90% of the stuff he's talking about, that's just storytelling. Like he
Right.
pretty sure he never went to Camp Flog now, and all these things. So it kind of depends on, like, I think what you're talking about is also if it's more like hardcore rap and
Mm-hmm.
people, yeah, and as I just said, no cap in his rap, so
Right.
that's like this sort of culture within that subgenre. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I have the same opinion. Like I'm kind of on the fence as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's when people ask me that question, I actually try to avoid
No, no, I,
because
no, I know, I know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know I brought it up, so
No, it's all good. I mean, I think it's interesting, like to what we're talking about specifically though, like in the difference between music genres. So, like I
mm,
said, in like let's just say R&B for instance, right? Like you could just tell a story about meeting a person and I met her at the club and blah blah blah. Like
yeah,
you ain't never meet this woman a day in your life, but you just you know coming up with a
yeah,
story, and it don't
yeah,
have to be about nobody specific or anything. Like this is just a story that you just telling, or like we was talking about earlier, like a heartbreak story. Like you might not have went through this breakup or whatever, but you just writing the story about somebody that might be able to relate to this. Like it's not about you
yeah,
specifically, but but like I said, in hip hop, like it's one of them things where if you ain't live it, we not giving you that credit of whatever. And I
yeah,
think that's a little bit unfair, and it also stifles the creativity of what hip hop can be as far as the
mm,
storytelling elements of it, because
mm,
everything don't have to be a true story. Like every movie isn't based on a true story, every show isn't based on a true story. Some
mm,
are, but not all of them, and some of your
yeah,
favorite ones are not real, like at all.
mm,
Like
yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, Harry Potter's
Yeah.
not real, but a billion people love Harry Potter.
Really? You just ruined that for me. God
I'm just,
damn.
yeah, I'm just saying though, like Harry Potter's not a real thing. Star Wars and Star Trek, like these are not real things at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people love the hell out of them. You know, it's just one of those things. But hip hop is, it just happens to be one of those genres, or one of the only genres where authenticity is at the top of the list as far as what people like, even though people aren't really living these lives.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's also just because there's like a culture of like beef or like clashes, in hip hop.
Yeah.
So more than any other genre, I'd
Mhm.
say. So I think that's also where it comes from. But I definitely agree, like kills creativity, and yeah, these people are just like topping each other, sometimes.
Yeah.
So I agree, but how do you think that could change? Like someone would have to start off by being
Hmm.
like, you know what, guys, I just want to act like I'm this person for a day on this
Mhm.
song. Can I please do that?
How can that change? I don't know. I think things like what we're doing right now, like having the conversation of
Mhm,
like shedding light on it, you know, because like I
mhm,
said, a
mhm,
lot of a lot of discourse happens around hip hop music, or just music in general, that is not healthy discourse. Like it's just not healthy conversation, and it's not
mhm,
conversation that teaches you anything. No, like it's just talk, just to talk. And
mhm.
having this kind of conversation and shedding light on, like, yo, like, be creative. Like, you don't have to, like, you ain't gotta had did this, that, and the third in order to talk about it. Like I
Mhm.
was watching a conversation with Ghostface, and he was like, bro, like I'm like a movie director. Like I write movies. Like
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
yeah, some of these things that I'm talking about are things that I experienced or whatever, but sometimes I'm just talking about shit that, that's just in my imagination. Like I'm just
Yeah. Yeah.
casting, I'm just writing a
Which is
story
so
so I
cool
can
as
tell it.
well, that's so cool and creative that you even think about these things. So I don't even
Exactly.
like, why is that? But I think we also need to remember, like, sorry, not to interrupt you,
You good.
but like for some people, I was just thinking about King Von because he's up there on my wall and
Hmm.
there as well actually. So I just thought of him, like, for some of these rappers, they are genuinely living these lives, and like if they weren't rapping, they would be doing something else. So that it wasn't it like for a lot of people, it's also just like a way of showing the ups. This is what like a way of protecting yourself and like as I said, having the beef going on and stuff.
Hmm.
So I think like for some cases that's also the case,
Yeah.
but uh, but obviously it's not great because look what happened to him. Rest in peace. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, but go on.
No, no, you good. Like I said, I do think, like, there are elements though, like, that should remain true, or as close to true to the essence as possible. Like, let's say for instance, like ghostwriting in hip hop, I feel like ghostwriting might be like too much of a stretch for people to be
Yeah.
like, all right, like you ain't write this, but you saying it. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily a fan of ghostwriting in hip hop, but I'm also not naive to the fact that it has its place in certain pockets. Like,
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
if you not, like you was talking about with the beef thing, like, you can't be in nobody's beef if you got ghostwriters. Like,
No,
come on, man.
yeah.
You
Yeah, no, I
nah.
agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like you can't do that. But if you just making songs, or you just having fun, or like you would like whatever, then you know a little help here and there might not be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worst thing in the world,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
but it also goes to like that conversation of, okay, when we talk about who's the best, which which is generally a hip hop conversation. Like, that's the conversation. Like, who's your top 5? Who's your top 10? Who's on the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
So on and so
Yeah.
forth. Then that's when you start picking at those things of like, well, you don't write your shit. I write all my rhymes.
Yeah.
Or you be talking
Yeah.
about this. I talk about this, that, and the third. Like, then that's when those
Yeah.
conversations come. So I think it's the competitiveness that kind
Yeah.
of strips away certain elements of creativity in hip hop specifically. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying competitiveness is bad for hip hop. I'm definitely not saying that. But I
Sometimes
do
we get
think
good songs out of it.
exactly. But I do think it strangleholds it just a touch on the creativity side because you can't fully express yourself creatively because you're thinking about
Mhm.
this thing over here, or you might be like, oh, well, if I ever was to get in a battle with such and such, they can
Yeah.
pull this thing out, and
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, I agree. But why do you think the environment is so competitive? Like, do you think it's just
Um,
deep-rooted with the culture? Like, yeah.
yeah, like it's
Mm,
embedded. It's
yeah.
embedded in hip hop's DNA. Like that's
Yeah.
how it started. It started off as
Rap
as
battles and
as a competitive art, a
yeah.
competitive storytelling art.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, some of those things are elements that should remain true, but like anything else, like and I'm trying not to get like too off topic here, but like even like if you was to learn something from your parents or like somebody older, like religious beliefs or political beliefs or just life values, like you like that it's embedded in you because that's what you learn from the people who's raising you. But who's to say that all of those things that you learned are the right ways to go about living life
Mm-hmm.
or valuing certain things? Just because it's
True.
embedded in your DNA doesn't mean you have to continue to do it. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
So
agree.
yeah,
I agree, but mm, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who would disagree with that because,
for
it's a
sure.
part of the culture and the history and stuff. But I like I feel like hip hop has come a long way and there's a lot of subgenres
It
and
is.
I thought about it the other day, like even just the fact that because as I've mentioned, I listen to a lot of UK rap and grime.
Mhm.
I don't know, I just deeped it. I was like, it's actually crazy that hip hop was rooted in New York and made it all the way to East and Northwest London and South London, and
Yeah.
people like molded it into their own thing. And I just think, not to get super deep, but I think that's the beautiful thing about humanity, that we get inspired and then add our own little spice to it, and
Mhm.
I love it. Like, I don't listen to a lot of Danish hip hop myself, but you can definitely tell as well, like, okay, this is some Danish people that saw this and grew up watching these people on MTV and added a
Mhm.
little Danish spice to it. And I think it's so cool, actually. I really do, even though I don't listen a lot to a lot of it. But,
Nah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
It's and like to your point, like and that's with anything, like just being able to see how things influence other people in different places and then how those things morph into whatever they morph into,
Yeah.
with those little sprinkles from wherever you're from or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
whatever your customs and cultures are. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always think that shit is really, really cool. But a lot of people can't appreciate it as much because they just don't know about these different things or these different people or how different people live and so on and so forth. So
Mm-hmm.
their level of appreciation and their perspective of it is very limited just because they just don't know. But
Yeah.
if they knew, then maybe they might be able to appreciate it more. You might be able to appreciate some UK rap a little bit more, or you might be able to appreciate
Yeah.
some Latin rap a little more, or so whatever.
But
You
that's
just
why
you got
social
to get out the
media is
box,
great.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually on my Instagram, I think like 80% of the people following me, they're from New York or like, yeah, New York. I don't know if it's solely Buffalo, but definitely New York. And,
Shout
and
out to
then
Buffalo.
shout out Buffalo. And then every now and then when I talk about UK rap, because I cannot not talk about UK rap.
Hmm.
Um, I noticed obviously those videos don't get as many likes and stuff because my audience is from overseas. But
Mhm.
every single time I do hope that I can put just one person on to UK rap, because UK rap is so overlooked, like in the bigger international picture. Like there's a
Mhm.
few people like Central C and Skepta that people overseas might know. But
Right.
and it makes sense, because hip hop doesn't come from the UK. But
Mhm.
I'm actually on a tiny mission to try and put people on to UK rap, because I generally think that there's a lot of artists from out there that deserves their flowers. So I'm trying to do
Okay.
that. Mm.
So so I don't know if you noticed or whatever, but you want a podcast that a lot of people gonna hear, right?
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
so you could take this opportunity to put people on to UK
You
rap
know
if
what?
if you don't mind.
You know what? Say less. Okay, first of all, shout out to Nines, Nina with the Nina. We all know, well, some of us knows him. He's the greatest to ever do it. Um, yeah, just if you have to listen to any UK rapper, Nines. Okay, it doesn't matter what song. Go on Spotify, the first song. Yep, you'll be like, what the flip? It's so
Okay.
great.
What's some
Second of
songs? What's some songs?
I mean, I like the songs Flavors,
Okay.
NIC. But I'm also a bit of a lover girl, so I love the songs Would Have Had a Kid with You. But that's because of the beat. The beat
Okay.
is great.
All right.
Yeah. But generally every like any nine song is up there.
All right.
Um yeah, and then I also like to shout out Nux. He
Okay.
is as like he's so great. He's more sort of like leaning into kind of like UK jazz rap, but
Mm-hmm.
he is coming out with a new album on the 30th. And from what we've seen so far, he has released two of the singles from the album. He's tapping more back into his Nigerian roots.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the album is called A Fine African Man. So I think that album is going to be more like, yeah, great title. I think that album is going to be more like chill Afrobeats vibes. So I can definitely recommend listening to those two. Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of grime artists as well. JME, Skipper, as you guys probably
Mm-hmm.
already know.
Mm-hmm.
Gets so great. Gigs and
Yes.
Merson, Sculpture, all of them. They're so great. Guys, please go listen to them. That's what I
Yeah,
had to say.
I'm telling you that I'm giving you the floor here to big up UK rap because, and
Oh yeah,
I'll tell
Dave.
you, oh yeah, Dave for sure. So it's a conception going on like over here where matter of fact, do you remember the back and forth that the US rappers had with the UK rappers?
Was this with Skepta and someone else?
This was with a couple of rappers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But as we talked about earlier, I don't really tap into beef,
Okay,
but yeah,
so this wasn't like this was just more
yeah,
of
yeah.
like we
Like a
rap better
clash.
than y'all, and not now
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
know we rap better than y'all. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As we talked
yeah,
about, being embedding in the hip hop culture. But yeah.
exactly. So like I was saying,
Yeah.
like that competitiveness is interesting, but I don't think we've ever seen that before, where it's countries or continents like going against each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
like this is
No, but I'm
interesting.
but I'm pretty sure something did happen. I was not that tapped in, so please don't slaughter me in the comments or whatever.
So
But Skepta was going back and forth with someone, and my apologies for forgetting his name. I'm so sorry.
no, you cool. I'm
Mm.
trying to think who all was in it. Like I do think Skepta was a part of it. Joyner Lucas from the United States. He was
Yeah.
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 He was making records like going at the UK
Mhm.
artists, and the
Mhm.
UK artist was going back and forth. So
Okay.
it was a couple different people, and then Drake had came out and said that the UK rappers are better than the US rappers.
You know what? Drake, he loves the UK, and the UK loves him. You know what's so crazy? he was headlining all 3 days at Wireless in London. When I
Wow.
saw that, I was like, is this not a London festival? But it literally said Drake and the Mendems. So I was like, okay, he's gonna bring out the good guys. Like, he got this, you know. He's very tapped in.
Yeah, so it was just interesting because like I said, I don't think we've ever seen that before. Like just two countries just like no, like I like we rap better than y'all. Like no, we rap better than y'all. And then it was like
Yeah.
almost like a world war of rap. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
like that shit was actually kind of cool though because it allowed like the two sides to be exposed to different artists and
Yeah.
and see like these are your guys, like these are the guys that are the guys. Well, let me listen to them and see why they're the guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was cool.
And from the UK side of it, I actually really respect that because we all know like the biggest like the rappers with the most streams and stuff, they all come from America.
Right.
But they don't care about that. They will literally just stand up for themselves and be like,
Yeah.
no, we're actually better than you guys. And I think that's so cool about UK rap. Like they don't really care. They're just like men don't care about all that. Shout out JME if you know that lyric. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but that goes back to the essence of hip hop though, is that competition. The
yeah,
whatever your accolades are, however many streams you got, how many Grammys you won, leave all that shit at the door. Like,
yeah,
can you rap? Like that's all we care about when it's like
yeah,
competitive. Can you rap? And can you
yeah,
rap better than me? If you
yeah,
can't rap
yeah.
better than me, I don't want to hear that shit.
Get
Like
out of
that
here.
that's
Yeah,
that energy, which is why I was saying like in that instance, staying true to the essence of hip hop is like that's fine. Competitiveness is fine because it keeps everybody sharp and it keeps people on their toes. Like especially like
yeah,
if it's
definitely.
just rap, like if it ain't like none of the extra stuff or whatever, that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
takes people away and shit like that. Like
yeah.
it's all good. Like if it's just rap,
Hmm.
we good. But can
Yeah,
you rap better than me? If you can't rap better
yeah,
than me, I don't want to hear you.
yeah.
Which is why the most famous battle in recent time, the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing.
Yep.
I mean, as you've seen, not to say Kendrick wasn't accomplished or anything like that, but if you having like a hip hop conversation, Drake fans like to tell you, oh, he's the most streamed rapper ever. He has this many Grammys and blah blah blah. And not again, like I said, not to say Kendrick doesn't have that also, but that's the thing that they point to for Drake. And
Yeah.
that shit didn't mean anything when Not Like Us came out. That shit didn't mean anything when Meet the Grams
Yep.
came out. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you
As you
rap
said,
better
all
than
that
the crazy
extra
guy
stuff.
from
Yeah.
Compton? Can you
Yeah.
rap better than him? No.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
you yeah, and A minor like.
It's crazy that people, like even people over here that do not listen to rap whatsoever,
Mhm.
knows that song, and especially that like particular lyric.
Right.
So it's crazy that that beef, that was like a cultural moment in history.
Yeah.
I remember people being like, that weekend, people were like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest weekend of the
Yeah.
entire year, bro." Like that was a fun weekend, man. And even the fact I had people like new people when I meet them, they'd be like, Kendrick or Drake?
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, when people answer that question as well, I also like look at people a little
You
bit
be judging,
differently.
right?
But I try not to. I try not to. But yeah, so it's crazy that something that is so like the essence of hip hop actually reached like pop culture status, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I think hip hop being, if not the most popular genre in the world, one of the most popular genres in the world, it has that stretch of reaching ocean to ocean and country to country, continent to continent.
Mm,
So and
mhm,
then like you said, social media too, you get to see it. Whereas
mhm,
20, 30 years ago, you ain't get to see it like that. You might have got to hear about it on TV, maybe.
mhm.
But
Mhm.
now you pull up your phone. Oh shit, Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick just said this. Oh, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that helps with it too, but also just like you said, it being embedded in the culture and that being one of those things where I could relate to this. Like it's almost like sport at this point now. Like
Yeah.
are you better than this guy? Like or is she better than her? Like and not to say like let's say one person wins because there's no like definitive wins or losses in music, but
Yeah.
like whoever wins or loses, like that doesn't necessarily stop them from making music or continuing to, like their career. Now, in some cases, some people did get derailed or whatever, but you know,
But that's
but
like rare. I feel
yeah,
like that's just like people just take the L and then move on, Then
yeah,
it is what it is. They be like, okay, fine enough. It's what it is.
right.
But at
But the
least we both
interesting.
got
Oh, go
like
ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I just want to say, but at least like both of them got more streams out of it. So
Exactly.
a win is a win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was about to say, like the interesting thing that I'm thinking about it too is the greatest diss records of all time, like the Not Like Us, Ether, Takeover, No Vaseline, like all of those records, they are some of the most legendary diss records of all time. But each side, like nothing really happened. Like they were still like great.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Nas, like they're still Jay-Z and Nas, like that didn't
Yeah.
affect either one of their legacies as far as like who they are individually. Drake
Mhm.
and Kendrick, like Drake is still torn all over the world. He's still one of the most
Mhm.
streamed artists of all time.
Mhm.
Kendrick is Kendrick. Like he had probably had the best year in hip hop history. Like
God damn.
you
Yes.
know what I mean? Like, so it's interesting. Like the greatest diss records, which you would think like would kill somebody's career, didn't kill anybody's career
No.
when you think
And I
about it.
find that, yeah, when I think about it, I find that pretty cool because that just
Right?
shows like it's just people having fun with it, and like within the culture, and but it's still all good in the end. And I really, really like that because as you said, like it just pushes people to still keep their pen sharp and keep the lyrics flowing and stuff. But the fact that it's not harmful in 90% of the cases,
Yeah. Right. Right.
um, yeah, I really respect that. I really fuck with that. So, but it did confuse me the first time I heard about beef because I was like, wait, do these people actually hate each other? What is going on?
Yeah.
But
Well, it depends. Like
yeah,
most
sometimes.
of it is like of course like people got real issues and stuff like that because if it wasn't no issue then you wouldn't be dissing them. But
Yeah,
most of the time is not like it's not
not that
nothing to
deep.
where like somebody gotta go because of it. And
Yeah.
even like if that does happen or whatever,
Mm.
90% of the time, like it's outside forces that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like it's not necessarily those two people or whatever. Like it's, other shit that might have happened that, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Tupac and Biggie, which is the
Exactly what I
the
was thinking
biggest,
about.
yeah, like that's the
Yeah.
biggest examples of that. Like
Mm.
it didn't happen because of them two, and a lot of people close to the situation was like if they would have stayed around longer, they probably would have did an album together.
Yeah.
Like they was
Yeah.
friends before this.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
were
knew
friends
what they
before,
was
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like they knew what they was
Mm.
doing as far as like going at each other. They the two biggest rappers in the world. Like of course we're gonna buy their records. Of course we're gonna listen to them and buy more records than we ever have. And then they come
Yeah.
together. Oh my god! Like I never thought I'd see the day. Let me go buy the
Mm-mm.
joint record. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but they just
Exactly.
didn't get a chance to do that, unfortunately. So yeah,
So sad. It's so sad. But
yeah,
yeah, what can you do? But as I
yeah.
said, I think it's a great part of the culture as long as it's civil,
Hmm.
and no one gets harmed in the process. So I really like that. I really do.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
with that being said, shouts out to Kendrick, shouts out to Drake, shouts out
Yep.
to all the rappers may you stay safe, sound, happy, and healthy, and continue
Yep.
to make great music for the people who love what you do.
Agreed.
For
Agreed.
sure.
Agreed. Agreed. And then I have a question for you.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think we should come up with our suggestion of a UK and a US rapper who would win in a in a battle? Hmm?
I mean, okay. Like
Okay.
who would you say? Matter of fact, give me three. Give me three of the best you, and this could be all time or current
Mhm.
or both.
Mhm. Mhm.
Give me
Okay.
your three. You like if you had to sing your three best rappers from the UK up against my three best rappers from the United States, who you picking?
Okay, but I feel like it also depends on like flow. Like, are we talking flow or are we talking, this and that? But flow wise, someone that I feel like is a bit slept on, Gets is crazy. Actually crazy. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but
Yes.
he's crazy. Yeah, okay. And then as I said, I love Nice. But like storytelling wise, and about the no cap in his rap thing, Nice.
Mm,
And then I'd probably pick JME, flow wise as well. Yep. He would kill
okay.
it. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So our battle, like, is this like song for song, or is this
This is
like in
like,
a rap battle kind of environment,
yep. This
rap
is in a
battle
rap battle.
environment?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
making me rethink the Nice thing. But I'm still choosing. I'm still choosing.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna pick current rappers. I'm gonna pick current. I'm not gonna do all time yet.
Okay, cool.
Uh, Current rappers in a battle setting.
Yeah.
Huh. Damn, I'm trying to think.
Well, I think I have one.
Go ahead.
Benny, because he sometimes his flow goes hard. Like
It
sometimes he
does.
really he really brings in that energy.
Yeah, no, I like Benny. Like, if I had to choose though, I would probably go Conway if I had to choose between the two.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. He's great as well.
Hmm. Actually, okay, all right. I got my list. I got my list. So
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm going to go Freddie Gibbs.
Okay.
I'm going Freddie
Fast.
Gibbs. I'm going. I'm gonna go Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Mhm.
Kendrick, and
Mhm.
then I'm going to go with, like, in my spirit, I want to say Nas. In my
Yeah.
spirit, I want to say Nas, but Nas kind of been chilling lately though. He ain't really been like getting at people like that. Even though, in my opinion, Nas is the best, like, not
Yeah, he's
battle rapper,
great.
but like on songs and stuff like that, going
Yeah,
against like
yeah,
industry rappers, because people
yeah.
don't know. Like whenever we had this conversation, people bring up names like Eminem and people like that, rightfully so. But
Mhm.
Nas is the only rapper, and when I say only, I mean only rapper to literally have like rap beefs and rap battles with, like, pretty much anyone's top five of all time. Like
Yeah.
when he went at Tupac was going at him. He had beef with Biggie
Yeah.
lyrically. He had
Yeah.
beef with Jay-Z lyrically. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he survived. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yep. Yep.
so,
Crazy.
so I can never
Actually
go against
crazy.
Nas. I can never go against Nas ever,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
ever.
Mm-mm. Nah, he's great. He's so great. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So that's my current three right now, because Nas is still current. He got
mhm.
an album coming out
Okay.
in December too with DJ Premier. So y'all be on the
Mhm.
lookout for that.
Mhm. 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 Okay, but you know what? I think you should post this on Insta, like as a
No, no,
video.
for sure. It is. It's
let
going.
people in the comments, and I'll repost it to the 20% UK people I have following my stuff so they can rep the UK.
No, hey, listen, we got to get the HolloTalk podcast international. Shouts out to my UK fans for sure. If,
Yeah,
if I have any
yeah.
already, shouts out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Shouts out to my Denmark fans if I got any of y'all.
Got me.
Yeah,
And my
hey.
mom. I'm gonna tell her to
Oh,
follow
shouts
you.
out to mom. Shouts out to mom.
Yeah, shout out, mom.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but those are my three though. I think I got a good versatility right there. Cause like with Freddie Gibbs, is like he he's one of the best rappers in the world, but he's also
Yeah.
and I say this in like the most affectionate way. Freddie Gibbs is an asshole. Like he is an asshole.
Ah, and you know what? It's not funny, but some most of the times when I listen to him and when I hear about him, I laugh because he's so funny with it.
That's
But
what I'm
it's not
saying. He's funny. Like he's a funny asshole. Like
because he
so
don't care.
that's the kind of guy I need on my team if I'm going in a
Yeah,
battle. A guy that could
yeah,
really
I get that.
rap and a funny guy who's also an asshole.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
I
I,
get
I
that.
need that guy
I
on my
get that.
team.
Okay, I get that. I seriously hear that. Yep. Yeah, I hear that. He's
Cause
so funny,
you know,
man.
cause, cause even if you don't like the bars, at least he gonna make you laugh.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so sometimes that's enough to win a battle.
You know what? I'd like to see this happen. We're gonna have to make this happen.
I know, I know.
Yeah,
See,
speaking it into existence.
damn, you trying to make me start beefs and stuff? No, I'm not starting no beef.
No, no, oh my God. And I was just like, I'm all about positivity, yada yada. But you know what? But this is a professional beat,
It
This
is.
is
You're right.
a part of the hip hop culture. And everyone's just gonna shake hands afterwards and be like, well done, man.
And not for nothing. I'm just gonna say this because people don't know this unless they like listen to a lot of my music. But I just write diss records. I don't know why. Like this is just how I
Wait, you
write.
do?
Yeah, yeah.
About
Like
who?
not about anybody specifically. It's just
Okay, okay.
it's just like if it happens to apply to you that day, it's about you. Like
So you got them ready.
oh
You
yeah,
already
yeah,
got
yeah,
them
yeah.
ready.
Yeah, I have them well prepared.
Oh, make
Well
sure
prepared.
to remind me not to be your up.
No, I'm not. No, I ain't gonna do shit.
We cool, right?
Yeah, yeah, we logged in. We good.
Good, good, good.
But yeah, I just like I don't know why that's like my writing style. I just write. I write disses. I
Maybe you have some
storytell and I write
aggressions.
diss records. But I think you know what it is though. I think what it is my influence. So I don't know if you know who Big L is.
I've heard the name, but I don't
Okay.
listen.
So Big L is he passed away. What 2025 now. He died in 1999, so 26 years ago.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Big L for sure. So I'm glad I brought this up too. He actually has a album coming out under Nas's label. So Nas is doing this series called Legend Has It. So he
Hmm.
took like a bunch of legendary rappers and
That's
he's
so great.
and he's released albums for them. Like he's produced them and like had them come out under his label of Mass Appeal.
Why did
Uh
I not know this? This is so cool.
so it's I want to say it's 7 albums.
Hmm.
I think we're on album 5 currently now. Mob Deep's album just came out, their new album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so he has Big L's album. No, this is album 4. So 5 is coming up. De La Soul. So De La Soul is next, and then
Hmm.
Big L's album, and then Nas and DJ Premier in December.
Hmm.
So yeah, so Big L album is coming out. So I don't know if it's gonna be like old verses or if it's gonna be like I don't know what it's gonna be, but that's my favorite rapper of all time. So the
Hmm.
way that he raps, like he would even say it in like some of his interviews and stuff like that. He'd be like, I just write. This is like it don't beef with nobody specifically, but like, just that competitive nature of like, like if I just happen to be
Yeah.
in the spot, and people like know I'm Big L, like they know I'm I'm a rapper, they might come try me with the bars, and I gotta be ready. Like I gotta be ready for whoever, whatever, wherever. Like
Stay ready
lyrically
so you don't have to
speaking.
get ready.
Yeah, so he would just write diss records. Like he would just have bars ready to diss people in battle. So
Hmm.
I think that might be like where it comes from for me, because that's my favorite rapper in the world, like of all
Makes
time. So
sense. Hmm.
so yeah. Shouts out to Big L, man. We love you
Hmm.
and we miss you, man. Like Big L would have been one of the greatest of all time if he had stayed around. Like
Hmm.
one of the most feared rappers ever. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Rest in peace. Oh, that's so sad though.
Yeah.
Wasted potential. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hear that. Like, it definitely makes sense if you're influenced by that. If I were to ever become a rapper, which I probably will not because I do not have flow, I would just be talking about cooking half a brick in an air fryer and
You ever cook half a brick in the air
in an
fryer?
air fryer. No, Mr. Gun,
No,
I have
but
not
but
actually.
but I like that shit. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you for asking.
Exactly. That's not the West. West is so great, man.
He's so great. He's just the entire Griselda movement is
Real
great.
talk.
Oh my god. I'm actually about to so I actually started writing scripts before I filmed my videos
Really?
because I noticed that if I just yep, it doesn't make sense. I'm just like and then I have to cut like and edit for hours. So
Mm,
now I like really try to put down like sort of like a script. So right now I'm working on a script because I have this series called Why This and That Person Deserves Their Flowers. So I did
mhm.
one about Conway and Dave. Did I do anything else? No, I think that's it. And I'm due to make one about all of the members. So,
Of
you know,
Griselda?
but yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do the Benny one right before I'm going to his concert in November in Sweden, the 26th of November.
Okay.
And then I'm about to write one about Rome and Bodhi as well. And
Mhm.
I am enjoying this so much because I just deep that like I feel like I'm doing homework, but it's great homework. And I'm a bit of a nerd when it's stuff that I like. So
For sure.
I really just love like deep diving into all of these things. And these guys are so great. Like
Yeah.
they're so great. And they have such a long discography, which makes my job very, very time consuming. But I love it. So yeah, shout out to all of
Alright.
them.
Okay. So if you don't mind, I would love
Hmm.
to collaborate with you on this
Hmm.
particular project that you're working on.
Okay, definitely. How would
Yeah.
you how are you
I
thinking
don't
if
I don't
we
I don't know how I would collaborate, but I would love to be a part of the process.
I'm sure we can find a way, you
Yeah,
know. We
yeah,
just
we
yeah.
can
We
figure it
gotta
out.
do some creative thinking. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I have the why this person deserves their flowers, and I have the man behind the melodies. That's like my
Mhm.
two concepts, yeah. And I was actually thinking of talking about one of West Side Gun's producers, the next, Crucial. He produced Love Your Part 2 on the newest album, and he has produced 055 on 12. And I think I'm going to talk about him the next time. And I think maybe you should bring him on the podcast because he, yeah, I've spoken a bit with him. He has like, he's been producing for 20 something years and crate digging and all of that stuff. So he would actually be very interesting to bring on here.
All right. Well,
So,
if you could reach out to him for me and tell him that you was just on the best podcast in the world, and
mhm,
it's this real cool dude named Jetpack Nick that you should
yeah,
talk to, then
yeah,
call
yeah.
me.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm sure he'll say yes. Definitely, definitely. So I think we should do that actually, and make
All
sure
right.
that producers get their flowers
Yeah,
as
most
well.
definitely. Most
Mhm,
definitely.
mhm.
Yeah, those sound like really, really good projects. um it's I don't want to say this. Like it's very important for me, like I said, given the platform that I have and why I do what I do on this platform and the types of people that I bring on. Like it's
Mhm.
just very important for people to receive those flowers while they can receive them. You
Mhm.
know, and for a lot of musicians and artists, specifically creatives, we don't get our flowers like that for real. Like
Mm-mm.
it's
Mm-mm.
it's a lot of a lot of self-doubt. It's a lot of
Yeah.
doubt from other people because either one, they just don't see the vision, two,
Mm-mm.
they're in the same kind of boat, so they can't they don't have the
Eh,
capacity to like be like,
Yeah.
yo, this shit is dope for real. Even though they might want to say
Yeah.
it, they can't do it. Or it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
competitive aspect of it, where it's like, I can't tell him he nice. Like I'm trying to get there too. Like, and you don't gotta
Yeah,
do
but I've never understood that. Honestly, I've never understood that. As I said in the beginning, I'm in this group chat with some other music blogs, and we're basically all doing our same, like the same thing. We might have
that.
like our personal favorites, but some of us are like all on Griselda, and every single time we just make sure to give each other like our flowers, like
Mhm,
repost and be like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, and da 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 da, and like share ideas with each other and literally just like building each other up because it makes no sense. Like you'll get your flowers eventually. It doesn't like
mhm,
why do you have to, it's not gonna give you anything good that you won't be able to give someone a compliment. So I've never understood that.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And but like I said though, you doing what you're currently doing, which I would like I said, I would love to be a part of too, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I love and it's about people that I'm supporters of.
Yeah. Supporters of.
It's about people that I'm
Yeah.
supporters of. So I like I said, I would love to be a part of it. But just the idea and now the execution of it, it's important that you're doing that and it's going to turn out amazing because you're doing it. So
Stop.
congratulations
Thank
to you.
you.
For
Thank you.
sure.
I'm actually really horrible with compliments, but I take it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I
I
mean,
do put
giving compliments if they're deserved. So I'm giving you the compliment
thank you. But
for
now I want to
sure.
compliment you as well. Like, you know,
Compliment
I
away.
know you were see, I know you were the one reaching out to me, but obviously I checked the page. I follow you now.
Mhm.
I watched a few of the videos and stuff. And I really like the conversations that you're having. Also, I really want to shout out the way that you made me feel comfortable right before we started because I was
Thank you.
so nervous. So nervous. I was like, how do I look? You know? But you were like, this is a safe space. Just,
Yeah.
I've been nervous before as well. Da, 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 da. Like, you're very, very, like, I really like talking to you, and it doesn't feel like a podcast anymore. It doesn't feel like it's been recording for an hour and 37 minutes. So,
Exactly. And we've been
and
talking
we
longer
even,
than that. So
yeah, we spoke like an hour prior to that.
exactly.
So I really, really like that. So, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me on and
Absolutely.
giving me about me, all my opinions like that. I just highlight other people. So, yeah.
It cut out a little bit. Could you repeat what you said?
Oh no, I just said yeah, giving me like a platform to speak and
Yeah.
sort of like talk about my opinions, even though I do yap all the time on my own blog, but that's just like highlighting other people and their art. So yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
No, of course. Well, like I told you before, like I'm all about shedding light on people who people might not know about, or people who are, like you said, shed light on other people and not shed light on themselves. So, like I
Hmm.
said, me being one of those people who didn't necessarily have like a lot of people saying, "Yo, you're dope for real, bro." Like I was like, all right, let me take this opportunity to shed light on myself. Even though it's like people
Hmm.
in my circle or whatever that's like, no, like you dope at what you do. Not the whole world don't know it yet. So so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta take my opportunity to be like, no, I'm dope, bro. Like and
yeah.
like having people like you come on the podcast and talk to me and say those kind words that you said about me, like that just reinforces what I already know, which is
Mhm.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and
Yeah.
people are receiving it really, really well, and
Yeah.
I'm making people feel good about doing what they do as well too. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. I really, really
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Of course. Like genuinely, when I first saw your message and watched some of the videos, I was like, "Yep, I like this man. Like he generally seems so kind and like smart as well. You know,
Thank
we
you
can have genuine conversations, and we've never spoken before, but we've been talking for like
for almost 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah. So which is crazy. So yeah, yeah. Really take that in. You are really really dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See, world. See, I'm dope.
Mhm.
I'm about to cry.
Mhm.
Ah!
You deserve it. You deserve it. But one thing I was thinking about though, because I am stuck out here in Denmark, and you're going to a very, very, very cool event soon. So if you want to collab in some sort of way, because I am going to talk about the
Yeah.
event, I think it would be cool if I did, you know, a video my way, where I was
Okay.
like, you know, I actually sent my reporter out.
Oh damn.
I sent him out in the field, and this is what he saw. Da 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 da. You know, like do sort of like a joint video. I'm not gonna call
Yeah.
you my reporter,
I'm
but
about
I
to say,
feel like that would
damn,
be
I'm a
so cool.
reporter now. Ah, damn.
You're a Nets Lounge reporter now. Just so you know, you're my overseas reporter since they won't let me in the country. So, so yeah, yeah. Okay, this is actually me officially asking you. Do you want to be my overseas reporter?
I,
My
and,
overseas Griselda reporter.
for that event, I'll see what I can do. I see
Hmm
what I can
hmm
do. You
Okay,
know,
but you got to get the right angles and stuff because I'm very stingy about,
that,
you know,
that that's what
filming
I
angles
do.
and. Okay,
That's what I
perfect,
do. I'm
perfect.
nice. I'm nice. I'm
Okay, are you
nice.
sure though?
I,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Cause I'm about to see now I'm about to start writing that disc record. I'm about to
Oh
no.
no! Oh no! Oh no! Now I'm scared.
No, no, I'm messing with you. No, but yes, like I said, I am going to Hills Have Eyes, and
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, like I said, this will be my first time uh
Yeah.
going to a West Side Gun event. So yeah, and like I said too, like I still feel like I'm underestimating how amazing this shit is gonna be, but that's just because it's not here yet. So it's no reason for me to get
But
too excited quite just yet.
okay, but you
But
know what?
yeah,
It's literally in less than 2 weeks. So oh
yeah,
wait,
about
no,
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah,
about two
two
weeks,
weeks.
yeah,
Yeah. So you
yeah.
better start getting excited.
Yeah, I mean, like 'cause you like I don't know how I'm gonna act because I know whenever I go to concerts or like in like any kind of event like that, I act great. Like I'm a fool when I go to these places. Like I'm like I was at I was at one concert and Nas was performing. When I
Hmm
tell you, and I was like right like in front of the stage though. Like, I was right in front of the stage. When I tell you I rapped word for word every single
Damn.
song, and people was
God
just like
damn.
looking at me like he in his own world right now. Like
But I love
I
when you
didn't give
see
a shit
people
who
like
was
that.
out there. I was rapping my ass off. Like I wrote the songs. I was
That's so cool. Okay, but that's how that's honestly how it's supposed to be. So I just know you're
yeah.
gonna be in some sort of like West Side Gun trance when you get to the event. Which song which song are you mostly looking forward to hearing live?
uh shit. Pro- probably Mr. T.
Okay.
Probably Mr. T. That's my favorite West Side Gun song of all time. And
Okay.
it's funny too because and I was just having this conversation with somebody and it was funny to me because I didn't realize like that's a lot of West Side Gun fans' favorite song. And I don't like and not to say like I don't know why, because it's my favorite song for a reason.
Because obviously you do, yeah.
Right. But I'm like, y'all too? Like why this particular one for
Because
everyone though? Like
Because I was about to say, like, oh, that's a mainstream song, but and you know what, West Side Gun is not mainstream, but it's just like
Right.
I know exactly what songs come up on Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok when you type in West Side Gun, and
Mhm.
Mr. T is like the third song or something.
Yeah.
So that is a really really popular song, but and that's only right because it's a great song and a
No, it
great
is.
beat.
Yeah.
Great,
Oh
great, great.
my god.
Yeah,
That sample is just
it's crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited about that for sure. I mean, all of them, but Mr. T was my favorite song. So yeah,
He's
hopefully
probably
he'll
gonna play
perform.
it.
Yeah, hopefully he'll
Yeah.
perform that for sure. Yeah, I'm more than likely going to try to get on stage or something like that and rap the songs.
So when I go on TikTok, I would just see you being
Yeah,
like,
you gonna
yeah.
see me. You gonna see me either rapping the song untouched, or you gonna see me with the microphone in my hand getting carried off the stage by 6
Mhm.
security guards.
But you know what? That's being passionate.
Oh
I
yeah,
I honestly.
one of the two things is gonna happen. One
Yeah.
of the two things is gonna happen. Either I'm gonna be
Mhm,
performing Mr. T,
mhm,
and Wes is
mhm.
gonna be on stage hyping me up, or I'm getting carried off stage trying to still rap the song with the microphone in my hand while I'm getting carried off by 6 security guards.
But you know what? West Side Gun already said himself he's not a rapper, so you might as well do it for him. Oh wait, you're not a rapper either.
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no, no. Wait. If I got the microphone in my hand, I'm the world's greatest rapper. If I got the mic in
Okay.
my
Oh
hand,
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So you better. Like
so
honestly, you have to.
I need to get a microphone so that
Mhm.
way I can be the world's best rapper at Hills
Yeah.
Have Eyes, rapping Mr. T.
Wait, my AirPods died. That's
It's
because you.
all good. We can
Oh,
still hear you.
sorry. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, Wes, bro, like holla at your boy, man. Like holla at me, bro. Like
hmm You've
everybody
been
that's
about
came
him,
on the
but
podcast and told you, Wes, talk to me.
no, no, he's busy. That's all.
No,
But
I
honestly,
understand.
I genuinely think you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it at some point. Like he's gonna sit here. Okay, not in my couch, but on this podcast, and you're gonna ask him all the questions that you might have. Like, what's one thing you really really love to talk to Wes about?
I've thought about this for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
I think, and you know, like now that you're like on the pod, like I don't really like
As
I
like
don't
interview.
interview for like I talk to you and like we just learn things about each other as the
Mm-hmm.
conversation goes, and I'll ask questions as we go along. But for Wes, like I just like I'm just curious to know like how do you just take all of these things that you're interested in, the wrestling, the fashion, the culture, the art, and all those things, and be able to turn it into the beautiful grittiness that me and you was talking about. Like how do you do that at a level that you've done it and still be like underground, but like mainstream kind of sort of.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I've been wondering about that as well. But I think it has something to do. Like, you must have like a great vision for things.
Yeah. Yeah. But like even though like a lot of people might have great visions, like it might not come across
Yeah.
as like as how you might want it to come across to, the people that receive it. But for
hmm
him, like I was asking you, like what about Griselda as a collective like is like attractive to people overseas, like
hmm
them specifically. It's something about how they move or like the types of like I don't know. That's why I gotta ask. Like how do you do this shit?
Yeah. I feel like everything he touches is like low key fly. Like,
Yeah.
it's just fly. I wanted to say swag, but I feel like fly is more to
My
this.
God.
So, but yeah, like I don't know, man. I would love for him to answer that question actually. So,
Yeah.
what's that gun? You better get on this podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, though, like that's like the main question, but like I just want to talk to him. Like I just want to be like, bro, like the Rock of Austin, like let's talk some wrestling shit, or I don't know, like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah, and
I
especially
have a
when
lot
you're
of
into
people I want to talk
well.
to. What? Say it again.
Oh, sorry. I just said, especially when you're into wrestling as well.
Oh yeah, like I'm but again, like one of the things I shouldn't say one of the things. The main thing like that is um like an attractive thing as to like why I like his music and just like him as a artist period is like I said the types of things he's interested in because these are also things that I'm interested in
Yeah,
fashion and
yeah,
art and music and wrestling and all those types of things but being able to like combine all of that
yeah,
into music,
yeah.
lyrics and the actual music that backs the lyrics and everything. Like how do you do that shit?
But like he just like created his own universe of things that
Yeah,
really, really cool. And that, oh my god, I love that. That's basically what I'm doing with my music blog. Just like making your life and like your surroundings and stuff, just a bunch of stuff that you like. I love that. And I love that for him as well. I love
yeah,
that. Mm.
yeah. So let me ask you. So with the blog, like you was just saying, like a lot of the things that you're interested in, like you try to create your universe with Nat's Lounge. Like, what
Mhm.
are some other things that you're interested outside of music?
Okay, wait. No, there actually are some things like traveling and and culture. I'm not. I mean, I like fashion as well, but it has never been like my like. Sometimes I'm like, okay, this is cool and stuff, but like traveling, culture, and art. I try to as I don't remember if I mentioned this, but like I try to like speak a bit more about cover art and stuff, and with the traveling as well. Um, I travel to go to these concerts, and
Mhm.
I like, yeah, outside of music, I don't know if I mentioned that as well, but I lived in London last year, and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I know that at some point all of my interests will like meet and like go well together. Like when I reach my final destination with the blog and stuff. I am also into, I don't want to call it politics, but like basic human rights and
I
stuff.
got
So,
you. I got you.
and I always told myself that I would want to try and change some things when I have the means to do so. So that's also one of like my final destination goals. Oh yeah, photography. I take pictures as well, guys. You should
Really?
follow my photography page.
Okay, all right.
It's called Nets Archives and Visuals. I mostly take pictures from concerts and artists. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. You can answer this question if you would like, but
Hmm.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask the question.
Okay.
So when you talk about some of the things that you want to change, like with basic rights and things like that, what are some of the things that you look to change when you do have the means to do so?
When I what, sorry?
Well, I said what are some of the things that you look to change when you have the means to do so?
So I have a few like opinions or like things that are close to my heart.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of them being, might as well, free Palestine. Like I really wanna. I don't know if that's
You're
you know,
good. You are
but
okay.
you know what? Everyone being like, "Oh, it's a touchy subject," and like I know that you should keep politics out of a lot of things, but I just feel like, as I said, it's not even politics; it's basic human
No,
rights.
right. Yeah, what
Um,
you can say it. You can say it again, actually,
okay, free Palestine.
for sure.
Seriously, sorry, but no, let me not say
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. There's nothing to be sorry
Yeah,
about. Say say
yeah,
say,
yeah.
say it one more time, actually.
Free Palestine.
All right, say
Seriously,
that. Yep.
it's not even, yeah. So that's one of the things that I really wanna yeah, put some some means into if I could ever get the chance.
Mhm.
Um, and definitely inequality.
Mhm.
That's something I've been carrying about for a lot of years. But also racism. Oh my God, I've been protesting that stuff so many times. So as I said, it's literally basic human rights. But I would love to, and I don't know how or when or yeah, in what kind of way. But I know that because I've always been into that stuff in social science and
Mhm.
everything. I haven't forgotten about that stuff. So, and as I mentioned earlier, like with the conscious rap as well, that's also what I listen to a lot. So I feel like everything's gonna make sense in the end, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just had to ask a question. That's why I told you, like, if you didn't want to answer it, you didn't have to, for sure. But yeah, I'm glad you did. Thank you for that.
Maybe I'll lose some followers now or something, but honestly, that's fine. That is fine.
Hey,
That is so fine.
you know, and like you said, like we don't got to get all the way into it, but what I will say is you should never feel bad about trying to combat things that you feel are wrong, because the
Mhm.
people who are doing the wrong things will not apologize for doing the wrong things. So
Mm-mm.
there's no reason to apologize for trying to stop the wrong things from happening to you or to people you love or to people who you just feel things should be, wrong things
Yeah.
should be done to.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll really say about like that whole thing. Just don't apologize and don't feel like you need to apologize, because the people doing it won't apologize for doing it. So
That
yeah.
is true. That's a very, very good point. That is actually a very good point. And the only reason why I'm hesitant is just because I do have a principle of keeping on my blog everything
Yeah,
about art, and yeah, no beef, no politics, all of that stuff. But again, just gotta mention it's basic human rights. But yeah, and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I agree with what you're saying. So yeah, and I'm glad that we agree as well.
No, for sure. Like and like you said, this is not a political conversation. I try to stay away from those conversations too for the same reasons that you say, but like you said, this is basic human rights. And
Yeah.
if you have a drive to improve basic human rights, which shouldn't even have been an issue in the first place,
No.
then I'm going to support it because I feel the same way, and I wish everybody felt that way, but they don't for whatever reason. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you said, we gonna do what we can with our platforms to be able to shed light on the things that people don't normally talk about or don't feel comfortable talking about, even though we're not talking about nothing that's
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you
Yeah.
for that, and
Thank you for
I
asking.
appreciate you sharing that, and I'm glad that I was able to provide you the platform to be able to share that. That people might not know that about you, or that being something that you want to do. So yeah, shouts out to
Thank you
you
so much for that question.
for sure. Without question. All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more music question. Then I'm gonna get you out of here because, like I said, we've been talking for 4 hours.
It's 9 p.m. over here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get you out of here. So I always gotta ask people this, but what's your top 5 all time?
See, it's such a tough question because there's current top fives, and then there's all.
You could give me both. You could give me your current top 5, and you could give me your all time top 5
I
rappers of
feel
all time.
okay, but I feel like my answer is gonna be very irrational. Not irrational, but like I just have like I don't want to explain nothing. It's not,
Don't explain nothing. Just
like,
just tell
it's
the
just
people
like
who your 5 is.
yeah, because I'm not gonna be like because his lyrics are great and like no,
Who
no,
you
no, no.
like? Who your 5?
Okay, so first of all, title, obviously. Um, what a surprise.
Tyler the Creator.
And,
Shouts out to you, man.
but yeah, just because he's been there through so many times of my life. So That's why he's so close to my heart.
Mhm.
And A$AP Rocky, definitely, because he was also literally the first rapper I ever listened to.
That's crazy.
I wanna say Nines from the UK, and West Side Gun, obviously.
For sure.
See, I'm kind of torn because I was actually a huge King Von fan for a long time, and again, makes no sense because that lifestyle had nothing to do with me, and I cannot explain it. I have no clue why. So, but
Who you said you like?
I like King Von for a very
Oh,
long time.
King Von.
Yeah, but
That's interesting.
yeah, I know, right? It's kind of clashing.
That's
So, but
that's very interesting.
but I wouldn't say like top five. And you know what? People used to, if I said like, oh yeah, I really like King Von, people used to be scared of me. Be like, that's weird.
Rightfully so.
But I swear, it's not like I told you, very irrational. It was just someone that I listened to for a long period of time. But I want to say right now, probably Benny. But of all time, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe MF Doom as well.
Not mad at that at all.
Yeah. But the reason why I had to mention King Von was because I used to listen, like, I think he was my most listened artist, like, in 2023. For some reason. And I have his vinyl as well. I do not know. Like, I was just like, yeah, I like this.
Okay, I mean, a lot of people like him, you know.
Yeah. But as I told you, very rational. Very rational. I think it was the storytelling part of it.
Well, to make reference to what we were talking about before, there was no cap in that rap at all. So
no, and I am aware of the stuff.
Yeah, it was no cap in that rap.
I said very rational. I don't know. I like what I like. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Okay. What about you?
My top five. I give you my top five right now. For first,
but you thought about this?
I mean, it's pretty much the same, like as it's always been. My top five rappers right now. My favorites is West Side Gun. You know this stuff. Larry June. June. Yeah. Larry June is one of my 5 favorite rappers. Wale.
Okay.
Wale is one of my favorites. He has an album coming out soon too.
When?
I want to say November. Yeah, I think like second week of November maybe.
Okay.
Who I said? Wes, Larry, and Wale. Freddie Gibbs.
Okay.
Alfredo too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah, and number 5. So this one is like a wild card because depending on like how you want to classify him as a rapper or a singer, whatever. But Anderson .Paak.
Okay. Yeah. I probably wouldn't classify him as a rapper, but
because he does rap. That's why I say he's like my wild card. So okay, so if I had to throw another rapper in there, I would say I need a 5, man. Probably at the moment, I'm gonna probably say Kendrick.
Okay.
But Anderson .Paak is my wild card though for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't listen to Anderson .Paak that much right now, but you may have.
Oh no! I listen to Anderson .Paak on a regular.
Okay.
But like I said, he's a wild card because he's like kind of a rapper, kind of a singer.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so that's my 5/6.
Yeah, but you know what? That's very, very valid. Also, like Larry June is also great. Like
Yeah.
he's so great. I don't think there's one bad Larry June song out there.
Not at all.
I I've yet to find it. He
Shouts out
is
to June. That's my guy. I actually saw him in concert too. Uh,
really.
yeah, yeah, shit.
I'm not jealous. I'm happy
It,
for you.
so it's funny because like sometimes I watch the videos back. I am clearly at a different concert than everybody else. I am clearly
We're
at a
also
different
going
concert
far.
than everybody else, for certain. Like people just standing around or whatever. I'm in there. I'm at a whole different concert than everybody else.
But you know
For
what? I love when people are so passionate about the music. Like I love that. You do know that at the Tyler concert, I cried twice, and I don't cry in public.
Damn.
I wasn't like, but I was, it, it was tough for me, and I've never done that. And yeah, like even when like I've never cried happy tears or anything like that, but
Mhm.
I did not care about the people around me, and normally I do. So I get you.
Yeah. So I got to experience that. But when I'm at concerts though, especially if it's somebody I really love, I'm
Yeah,
at a whole different concert than the rest of y'all.
yeah, yeah. But that's how it's supposed to be. Supposed to get your money's worth,
You
and
goddamn
really
right.
music.
You
So
goddamn right.
I
Okay.
agree.
All right. So, like I said, I am going to get you out of here. But before I do, I got a couple more things for you. So, this part is just customary to a HolloTalk podcast. And this is because I just want to, give you an opportunity to, let the people know maybe some things that, might help their lives. So, can you please provide the people with 3 gems that they could take away from either this conversation or just 3 gems that you can just provide for people? Period.
Okay, this is a great question. I think something that has helped me is I saw a quote on Pinterest. Can't remember word for word. I think it was a Tyler the Creator quote.
Mhm.
Quote. He was basically saying, I think I have it up here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right here. Start a blog and just talk about shit that you're into and what you did for the day instead of just being on Instagram. So that's one thing. Yeah. And it's literally right in the middle because that's actually what motivated me to start my blog. Second thing is you have to this is gonna sound so corny, but you seriously have to follow your intuition. If you feel like something is not right or something, there's a reason why you feel that way. So please follow it, whether that's like relationship wise, but
Mhm.
also wise. And I've always felt like I just can't let this rap music go, even though I think people around me would think I'm weird if I keep talking about like. And I started this blog, and everything's going great so far. So I followed my intuition about that. And then the last thing, please travel a lot.
Yes.
Like, please do that for
I
your own
I
sake.
just
And
had this conversation with somebody on the podcast about traveling and how important it is to travel and see the world.
yeah,
So
it
thank you
really,
for saying
really
that.
is. Of course, because just for like your own development, like I feel like your brain gets healthier, like every time you see something new. But also, you automatically just become more open to other cultures and other people. So I genuinely feel like it's actually healthy to travel,
Very,
like
very
so
much so.
healthy. Yeah.
Okay. That was
On
that was
top of my
3,
head.
right? That was 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Last thing. So you did it earlier, but I gotta ask you again because you might give me somebody different. Uh, who would you like to see next on the Hollow Talk podcast? And whoever you name, you gotta help me get them on the podcast.
Okay, you know what? This is actually a very, very easy one. West Side Gun, please get on this podcast. Wait. I'm a manifested. West Side Gun is gonna be on your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Amen to that. and I will try the best I can to help you to get him on here.
Wes, man, come on, man, come on.
Mhm.
I know how you be supporting the culture, man, and you support the people that support you. So come holla at your boy.
Mhm. Mhm. Definitely. 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 Oh yeah, but a very very great individual as well, like a great artist. The producer I talked
Mhm.
about, the guy who's been on some of the West Side Gun the albums. Sorry for
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
Crucial. You need to get him on here, and I'm gonna shout him and tell him about how cool you are and how great this has been. And I'm sure
Yep.
that he's down. He's really really great. So that
Yep.
that's two,
Conductor, come on too.
that's two people I want to see on here.
Come on, conductor too. Conductor, come on.
Oh yeah, conductor, please.
Conductor, conductor.
Conductor, we have a podcast for you.
Exactly. Okay.
Mhm.
So please let the people know where they can find all of your stuff, please.
You can find me at Nets Lounge on TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify.
All right.
If you like, and please, I don't want anyone to just like, but if you really, really like jazz, rap, and R&B, and you just want to find a new favorite corner of the internet, just go to Nets Lounge, because we be vibing.
We be robbing. Nat, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and talking to me. I had a blast, and I hope you had a blast as well. This was phenomenal.
And thank you so much for giving me a place to speak. And it's been cozy times.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm like whenever I look back at these episodes and stuff like that, like I always find myself like really just enjoying the conversation as if I didn't have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like just listening back to it and being like, oh, they're having a great conversation, not being like, oh, that's me on the screen.
I'm probably
So
gonna like as well when I listen to this.
yeah, it's just cool, and I'm just very thankful, grateful, and blessed that people enjoy it and they take something away from it because, like we said, it's a lot of discourse out there and a lot of conversations being had that are serving you no purpose. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad at least the HolloTalk podcast is a place where you can come and, get some laughs, get some feel good vibes and learn a little bit about whatever we talking about that day. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
It's been a blast, honestly. And yeah, thank you so much for reaching out to me. And it's truly been nice to be on here.
No, yeah, for sure. But you got to stick around though, so we could figure out this whole collaboration thing. You
Oh
got
yeah.
stick around. You got to stick
We have
around.
some projects we're about to start.
All right. Well, Nat, thank you so much once again. I truly can't thank you enough. So, just thank you for sure.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, with that being said, this has been another episode of HolloTalk Podcast with Jetpack Nick and my homegirl Nat. Peace and love, y'all.
Bye.